Grace was screaming on top of her lungs, hey Shakira, you've been wanting my husband all along, ndio huyo nimekuachia. Hey, you're so cheap, you're sleeping with my husband in a parking lot, you can't even go to a hotel. I'm there trying to put a word in. She could not even let me put a word in. She's screaming. Nikajiambia tu, nah, I'm not listening to this. Melly, unlock this door. I want to go home. Unlock this door. Melly unlocked the door. Nilikuwa tunajidrag. I dragged my feet to my couch. Like nilianguka tu kwa kiti nikita sister yangu. Do you know that Grace has been scamming us? Also, do you know that Grace's children are not Melly's children? Because Grace used to tell us stories. She used to paint this perfect little family of how, when she was giving birth to these kids, Melly was in the labor room. You know those stories that touch. She would tell these stories and even cry. And then wanaitana na bwanake hapo, sweetheart. In fact, before I knew Melly's name, I just used to do sweetheart. So I'm like, if you can lie to me from the word go about such details, then we are not friends. I'm just like, nah, we are not friends. Who did I befriend? Who is this woman? Because it means you've been lying all along. Oh my God. I'm still explaining to my sister. Grace calls me. Guys, Grace starts screaming at me. Hey, ndio huyo. Ndio huyo nimekuachia na watoto. You can now have him. Let's see where mtafikishana. You can have him. Guys, mimi huku, like in that moment mimi nilifikiria tu, labda Grace yenyewe ako na misunderstanding, anafikiria ni ukweli. So niko hapo najitetea. My God, guys, niko hapo najitetea, anasema nothing happened. She hangs up on me and then she starts sending me messages. I have those screenshots in our postia. I'm using the same phone to record this. So she starts sending me messages telling me how Melly has told me what happened in the car. You've been lying to me. Uzuri wa Melly anasemanga ukweli and he has told me. I'm like, what? Grace. Nikachoka. I told my sister, let me go to bed. I was so shaken. I wake up the next morning. I remember Grace said that, Melly said, I check for Melly's number on the M-Pesas. By the way, one thing I've forgotten to tell you guys, some of these transactions that Grace used to ask me to send, he would tell me to send through Melly's number, that she has Fuliza on her M-Pesa, so she cannot receive that money. So nitumie Melly. In fact, she's the one who sent me Melly's number on her WhatsApp. Send to this number, Melly's number. So nikaenda kwa hizo M-Pesa, nika click Melly's number because I'd been sending him the transactions. I clicked on Melly's number and called Melly. The next morning, I tell Melly, what did you tell Grace? Is there anything that happened in the car? Can you please tell Grace the truth? Because if you are drunk, I was not. And Grace was alleging that I took advantage of her husband when he was drunk. So Melly tells me, don't worry, Grace is always insecure, blah, 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 but I'll speak to her. Shakira hiyo isikujalishe. Nikamwambia to tell your wife the truth. Akasema, yeah. There's nothing that happened in the car. I've already told her. Don't worry about it. Nikafikiria sasa hiyo story imeisha. Acha niache Grace her calm down. I genuinely thought in that moment it was a misunderstanding. Guys, I waited for Grace to reach out. I waited second day, third day, fourth day. Grace is not reaching out. Nikasema, enough of this Kware bullshit. My sister told me, let's go to the Kware. We explained to Grace it was a misunderstanding, Shakira. Labda yenye bado amejam. So we go to the Kware. Tunafika Kware. Guys, guess who we find? Grace Chepkoech, Chesaina, and Stephen Melly. Wako kwa karoom. They are counting their profits of the day. Hey! Yani, nikaambia tu sisi yangu, let's go. Tuingie hapo tuwasalimia. Like, I want to explain to her. Guys, do you know I reached out hivi mkono? Grace is now bringing the two fingers upper. You see ile salamu ya madharau, like, hey, hapo ndo niliona na this is bullshit. I called Melly out. I told Melly, here is my list of the money you guys owe me. At that point it was around 5.7, 5.6. Here is the list of the amount you guys owe me. Munitumie pesa zangu. I'm no longer interested in this quarry bullshit. I'm no longer even interested in that mawe. Grace alisema nitakata for thank you. I don't want. I just want my money. In fact, hata sitaki interest. Nipatieni tu pesa zangu vile niliwapatia. Melly's like, okay, Shakira, don't worry, but I'll speak to her, eh? Don't worry about it. This babe did not even come, hata to buy ama nini, never. Tulitoka tu hapo sisi tukiamua sasa, let's go home, because there is nothing for us here. So, on the way home, my sister is just insisting, Grace haizi kutufanyia hivyo, si ndio? Hawezi. So, since I had seen her count money, the same day, early in the morning, my sister had sent me a message that, oh, she's supposed to sit for an exam, and if I don't pay the installment for the month, anaweza kosa kufanya exam. I took the screenshot. Remember, Grace is not talking to me, so I just took the screenshot of my sister asking for school fees. Nikatumia Grace, nikamforwardia, nikamwambia, hey, Shamim's school fees is due. Remember, ulifaa kunitumia. Do you know this woman blue ticked me? Did not even reply or say anything. That is when it hit me. No, ain't no way this woman is my friend. You literally know my sister has nobody. It's only me. Like, I'm the guardian, I'm everything. And you're doing this to me. Yani unalenga message ya sister yangu. The same person ulikuwa umesema you would never. Hey. Also, I start calling Melly. Hey Melly, you had said utaniekea pesa. Please, my sister needs money. She has an exam. Melly akotuko like, hey Shakira, I'm working on it. Don't worry. In fact, mawe tunakata. The account that is being used is mine. So I'm the one who's going to pay you. Please just give me like a week. Blah, blah, blah. The next morning, Melly calls me and tells me, can you please come to my office? I want us to come up with a payment plan of how I'll be paying you pesa zako. I go to the office in Kilimani, nikapata Melly. I asked Melly, literally Grace bado ana believe, like, Melly's like, nah, achana na hiyo maneno Shakira, I will pay you your money. Now he starts showing me the books sasa za quarry. I'm looking for 200,000. We repaired the machine and also sijui kulipa staff and sijui nini. So Shakira, you have to like, kama unaweza tutafutia 200,000, mimi Melly ndio nitakulipa hii pesa. It's not even about Grace. Achana na Grace. I will pay you. You know, I've been telling Grace you cannot wish Shakira away. She's a problem. You can just not wake up and wish her away. You have to pay her money. Blah, blah, blah. And apparently, Grace would tell Melly, achana na huyo. Ameisha, achana na yeye. Hey! So now, mjinga, mniite mjinga. Simwambia mtaniita mjinga. I'm ready. There is no name mtaniita sijajita. I have spent the past 3 years calling myself Majina. What was wrong, Shakira? Yeah. Stupid me. I ate that story up again. Nikaenda kutafuta another 200,000. Now I'm literally badala hata nitafute pesa ya kutumia sister yangu. Naanza tena kutafuta 200,000. Yani mimi honestly akili yangu nilikuwa tuna assume ikware. Si nimeweka pesa, so sinafaa kurudi. Bado sielewi, bado sinyiti. Naenda tena naanza kutafuta natafuta watu I'm calling people we are in business with, na waitisha pesa, they help me nipeane hiyo tu, so next week wako wamekata mawe wamenipea. Hey. So the silent treatment from Grace continues, She's not talking to me. But this woman is literally pulling up with her husband in the evening and leaving in the morning. Pulling up, yani hao maisha yao imeendelea, wana run kware. Maisha yao imeendelea kama kawaida. And the same week on a Sunday, I wake up at around 8 a.m. Naambiwa na askari ati, that is Grace's lorry, wamehama. Hey! Hapo sasa ndio sasa akili inaanza kuload. You know how I deal with my problems. I live in denial first and then I come to deal with them later. I do that even with grief. I live in denial and then it catches up. So hata history ya Grace, I was still living in denial. Mpaka venye alihama. So when she hammered, my sister is like, hawa wametutoroka. Guys. So I go see my aunt. I start telling my aunt the story. Naanza kuambia aunti yangu, oh, you know, I've been investing in this Mawe project. I did not tell you, but I just figured at the place where, oh, me and Grace now have a misunderstanding. She's claiming I stole her man. My aunt was just like, pause, Shakira, pause. My aunt took her phone and called Githu Muigai and Associates Advocates. So the former attorney general, she calls a lawyer there and then starts explaining my story like, oh, I have a daughter here. Ananiambia she's been investing in Aquare with a friend. The person who was on the other call, alisema tu, wait, let me finish this for you before umalize. They are going to tell her, oh, this quarry is not making money. Next, they are going to tell her, oh, you're getting too close with my man or too close with my wife. They are going to look for something kukosana naye. Hey! Guys, she tells us that hizo stories za kware wamezizoea. Watu woshwa hivyo. Mako. Guys, I was shocked. Yani nilishtuka mpaka I just started crying at my aunt's place. Aki, I was crying. Sikuwa naamini yani nimeoshwa. I was crying. I went to meet the lawyer. The lawyer is like, do you have an agreement with this woman about the quarry? I'm like, no. Is there anywhere she ever told you that you're her business partner? I'm like, no. Then this is a loan. You loaned this woman. And I'm like, yeah, she was loaning the money. Alikuwa anaomba for quarry, but alikuwa anasema atarudisha. So my lawyer writes them a demand letter and asks them to refund that money in 7 days or else we are moving to court. So they were served with a demand letter. We sit and wait. Guys, hii time yote, Grace bado has not even reached out. Even after the demand letter. Someone who had been, oh, my family, oh, my sister. And my aunt told me, no, this one was just trying to get rid of you. So after the demand letter, bado mjinga tu, I'm still having hopes. I'm like, watanilipa. Even the lawyer was like, they'll pay you with this demand letter, they'll pay you. So me bado nina process. You know, when you're used to like being a strong person. We wait. 7 days later, no reply. So they reply on the 8th day. And true to my lawyer's words, Grace and Melly replied the demand letter. Their reply said I was their business partner. I had invested in that quarry and the quarry had not started making money. So I have no right to ask for my money out now. At yours, apparently now I'm walking out of a business venture that I had agreed, agreement, na sina agreement. I had agreed with them to be their business. So much bullshit. Hey. So my lawyer tells me we have to move to court. Guys, my worst nightmare. I had never in my life imagined nitaenda kotini. So we moved to court around March or April 2023. So nika kesi peke yangu the whole of 2023. They never came to court. They never submitted anything, nothing. So court ikanipea judgment by default and a decree and told me to auction them. Guys, guess what? Si Grace anasaviwa na auction. She rushes to court and a file certificate of urgency and says that, hey, she doesn't know me. She didn't even know that she had a lawsuit. She didn't even know mtu anamdai. It would be unfair for the court to auction her without listening to her side of the story. Yani mnasikia delay tactics. This woman knew what she was doing all along. Hakutaka tu kuja kotini because alijua nikishawini kesi she will appeal because she's never come to court anyway. So nikaona hii koti inanichelewesha. Let me go and see her bank manager and talk to her. You remember that 500 that the bank manager had asked I send to Grace in her presence. So I went to I&M, went to see that bank manager. I asked her, did you and Grace try to scam me? Because you were here when I was sending Grace the money, right? You are the one who even advised me to send the money to her account, right? And why is Grace now saying that she doesn't know me? The bank manager was shocked. She called Grace in my presence and put the phone on loudspeaker. and asked Grace, hey Grace, why is Shakira in my office saying that umekataa kumlipa hata ile 500 alikutumia hapa? Guess what this woman says? Triza, Shakira is sleeping with Melly. That's why I'm not talking to her. Wachana na How coincidental she has come to see you, and also Melly was in your office earlier. Don't you see that is such a coincidence? Wachana na And then Triza is like, no, Grace. Patia Shakira pesa zake, the 500 she sent when I was there. Grace started, hey, I'm driving. Let me call you back later. Triza, and she hung up. Okay, guys. Okay, ulizeni that Triza. I wept in that office again. I cried. And I was just seeing my life crumble. I cried. Kwanza sayo nilikuwa tuna feel ni kama my money will never come back. I've been working for nothing. I've been doing zero. Guys, I cried. I left that I&M again. I'm crying. I get home, I'm crying. Yani, that was just my year of crying. I was so defenseless. And wait, also, Triza checked Grace's account when I was there. She didn't show me, but she just checked and she told me, Shakira, if Grace wants to pay you, she can pay you even in less than 2 weeks. Grace is making a lot of money. So she tells me, if Grace wants to pay me, she can pay me. She just doesn't want to pay me. Akaniambia ati si ati Grace ana pesa ya kukulipa. She has money to pay you, Shakira. Grace anaingiza pesa. So hataki tu kunilipa. Guys, that is when now it dawned on me that nimeskamiwa. Sasa ndio ikaload fully. Hiyo ingine ilikuanga tu watanipea wakipata pesa. Sasa ndio nika confirm these people have scammed me. Guys, I cried. Unfortunately, the court agreed with her that they have to listen to her side of the story. So the auction was stopped. Kabidi tuende full trial. So the full trial was set for 2024 January. Guys, my world was crumbling. 2024 was my worst year ever in this whole thing. I felt so bad. My sister was still home. I was being told how Grace is living large with her husband. Apparently she had a new man. She was living large. She's seen at clubs. She was being seen with new cars. In fact, someone at the quarry told me how she's making close to 900,000 a day. Guys, and I'm here struggling. My business is struggling. My sisters are no longer in school. I hated myself, guys. Na hii pesa si ati ni pesa nilikuwa tu nimeipata at once. This is money I had saved over the years just for my sisters and myself. I was even frugal to myself to save this money. Na yote Grace alikuwa amepita nayo. Yani nikaa nilikuwa nimefungulia Grace biashara and she doesn't care. Guys, the worst day was when someone told me that Grace was seen at the quarry with her mom and they were walking around the quarry just proud of her daughter's work. I remember that day I just asked God, like, why would you take my mom? And you know me, like, I really need a mother to talk to. Guys, I hated myself. I hated how I had I'm sorry. I hated myself. There is no prayer that I did not pray. There is no orphan prayer that I did not pray. Exodus 22:22, or if you take advantage of orphans, I will surely hear their cry. My wrath shall grow hot. I will kill you with a sword. All those prayers I prayed. I cried to God. I reminded God every day. I regretted. You see how you start, unatamani hata time isonge. Usikutane na huyu mtu. Meanwhile, Grace, ana live large. She's seen at club.